Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Saul Sunforge. How's everybody doing? This is the cartography series that I just recently started. That is going to go, hopefully, for a few years, I imagine, because I'm not going to be making just one map, and I'm not going to be making just one campaign map, and we're also going to do, uh, you know, uh, random encounter type maps and traversal maps, and we're going to be covering quite a bit of maps in this section of the channel. The channel isn't going to all be maps. I'm not doing a conversion or anything like that. This is just one segment of the programming I have for you guys. Um, you know, and if it bombs, if you guys don't like it, that's fine. That just means I'll have to do all this map stuff in my free time, um, which I love making stuff for you guys, so that's kind of less free time. All right. So, traditionally a world map doesn't have all these things on it like trees. You'll see a cluster of green, and it'll be like a park or something. And it'll be the trees. You won't see each individual tree. You won't see the streams, and you won't see down logs or mushrooms or any vegetation whatsoever. You know, and so we're trying to do like a little bit of a compromise here, I suppose. We're doing the world map, but we're doing the regional map using the world map, um, and so there's a few different ways we could do that. Um, when we're done with the world map scope here, we could zoom in to that portion there, and then we could design all the trees and all the smaller stuff of that area, uh, you know, and then we can screenshot it. We could take a screen capture after we're done with that and use that as our regional map. Uh, or we could leave all that small stuff if you want, because when you go into the world view, it's zoomed out, so all that smaller stuff won't really be able to be. It'll be picked up that there's something there, but you won't be able to tell what it is, and it probably won't even be a size that's distracting to you. You could do that, or you could just constantly redraw new land masses, like which is what I used to do, and it takes a very long time, because especially if you're trying to get anywhere at all close to what you drew on the continent size, just down to a smaller bit, like this little river piece here. If I was to try to extract that from the world map, it wouldn't look the same. It never would. Never. Never ever. This fjord, hell no. Forget it. Forget it. This, yeah, maybe. This, no. The deltas, nope. And that's so that's like a kind of a verisimilitude type, like pulls you out of it, realistic type stuff. So what we're gonna do is when we get to the world, the regional map portions, we're gonna put a. Here's what I think I'm gonna do, so I don't have any overlapping. We're gonna line up the. Well, we're gonna zoom. We'll line up the top of our zoom, like where we want to zoom from and to. So, like, say here. Oh, there we go. Background. Zoom like here to here. So this way you know where to pan and how far to zoom. You know, And do we need all this water in this regional map? No, nope. Just need a little touch, just a little touch, so we know that there's water there, and then that gives you a lot more space there. See, and so that's how we're gonna do it. Let's get them lines out of there. All right. Now that we've taken up 5 minutes, let's get to the music, and let's get going on about 2.5 hours. I think we're gonna do the map series at 2.5 hours. It depends on the map. It could be less if the map takes less. If it's a random encounter map or something that takes less, then obviously it's gonna take less. I don't pad my numbers here. I try to lower them actually. No copyright. Viking music. And I know I've been saying the music. I'm going to put the copyright free link in the description. It's I've been forgetting to, because I've been going so fast that as soon as I finish doing this, it's because I gotta do something else where I gotta go off, and so I forget and just upload it. But I'm gonna go back in all of my videos, in every one of the videos of my channel, not just this, and fix up the descriptions. And eventually I'm gonna add thumbnails too and things. That's my plan, is to add thumbnails. Alright, so this is going to be Viking music, epic battle music, epic music, no copyright, medieval music, 1 hour mix from the Unwind Station, no copyright mix. Alright, let's see how, okay, the music compared to my talking. Seems all right. It seems okay. Maybe put the microphone closer to me. And I don't have my ideal setup at all for this stuff, just so you know. So once that happens, the quality of everything is going to just go up, up, up. You know, right now I feel like I have the channel quality, but the presentation quality I don't, and that will come. Alright, so I marked a few places I wanted to work on today. We got the savanna, the tropical rainforest, and this area marked tropical here. That was just, we just moved a tag from somewhere else. This is actually the pole area, so it's going to be another one of these, sort of. Except I mixed my poles up. The North Pole is a bit of land with a lot of frozen water. And the South Pole is a little bit of frozen water with a lot of frozen land. So I messed it up. Can we change it? Yeah, we could. Are we going to? Probably. Also probably. I can't lie, man. I can't tell a lie. All right. So, what are we gonna fix up first here? The savanna. All right, and so let's see here. I mean, I know what a savanna is pretty much, you know, but let's see here for you guys. What is a savanna? I forget. I hope I'm spelling it right. I think I am. Oh no, I did. Oh, did I put an H in there? I think I might have. A grassy plain in tropical and subtropical regions with a few trees. Yeah. Large breeded cat. Oh, okay. Did I know that? Also, mixed woodland grassland ecosystem. Trees being sufficiently widely spaced. The canopy does not close. Open canopy allows sufficient light to reach the ground. Primarily grass. Yeah. Yep. And so let's look up grassland. Let's do a new page. Because savanna is a type of grassland, just so you know. It's like the same type of biome. Grassland area in which the vegetation is dominated by a nearly continuous cover of grasses. Yeah. Grasslands are areas where the vegetation is dominated by grass. Sedge and rush can also be found along with variable proportions of legumes like clover and other herbs. Oh, okay. I was like, what did they talk about? Grasslands occur naturally on all continents except Antarctica and are found in most eco-regions of the Earth. Yeah. Like every little every little biome has a little bit of a sub-biome of a lot of other stuff in it that makes the primary biome. It makes sense that it's not in Antarctica. So the difference is the amount of trees. All right. So we're gonna have the grass. We're gonna have the bog fen stay where it's at, and separate the savannas from the grassland. I believe that's the coolest thing to do. And really, a portion of this is going to be a ring of trees. A lot of trees. Not many snow-covered ones, mind you, but a whole lot of these guys. And then down here is going to be a whole lot of these guys. Alright. Alright, so the grassland, we're going to do that rich colored grass that we have up there now. For the savanna, since it's it's more of a grazing, I think, what do we got? We got zebras and gazelles. We get some big wildcats. Get some elephants in there too, probably. Because savannas are like they get more rainwater by far than deserts, but not as much as a temperate climate, you know, or definitely not a rainforest or tropical. Tropical is hot and humid and rainy. This is open and moderate. But we don't want the area to be too close to this stuff, so we're going to make our area of trees. I'm just trying to think of how dense do I want to make it. But yeah, see, if we were doing, you know, if we could get rid of all of this stuff and then for the world map, and then just do our zones and stuff, and then get into this. But I'm trying to combine it into one. to save myself a bit of time. I still do find those trees to be a little bit too big, though. Alright. These are going to be the snow-covered ones. Out here, let's pitch our line. Alright. So, like, in here. And really, with this mountain here, I might have to hem that in a bit. Something like that. The grassland will intercede into here. This is more north, so a bigger portion. And as it gets warmer, slightly move that in a bit. And then slightly move the flat green trees up, because as it gets warmer, you're not going to have these completely snow-covered trees. This is more of a, this, like, ideally, this is what the climate is in its ideal state, not all year round. Have I made different maps for different seasons? Yes, I have. Yes, also yes. Is it fun? Yes. I keep trying to say no, but I can't. I can't do it. That's a pretty respectable line. And I would actually argue that on this side it would probably be even bigger. And down more. Because of the north. Maybe not so far. There we go. Just make it like a kind of like a diagonal line a bit. As it gets warmer, these trees are going to start fading. Excuse me, fading out for different types of trees. So I'll just take this tree. We'll put it back later. So we'll just cut out this little slice here. And that's the zone there. And then I'm going to go ahead and inverse it. As we're getting closer to the main center point of cold, the mountains protect, but you're still going to... Alright, so... Funnel that in. There we go. I know it's not a triangle, it's just because I put more trees. But we're going to fill it in. And we're going to probably reduce the size of these trees. And maybe everything. Every landmark. just so I get more of a compromise that I like with the world map, regional map stuff. Yeah, that's... Alright, so now we're going to have to go ahead and put more snow up in here. Let's increase the size of our brush a bit so it doesn't take forever. Foreground. And this is just snow now. This isn't frozen area. So, it has mild summers where, it's probably 55, 60, in the summer. Not terrible. Definitely livable. Kind of put that up to the trees there. Alright. Point it. There we go. There we go. And then, do we want to make a bigger frosted area here, or? Because really, if you think of, think about the way the winds are going and stuff, thinking right here, the snow would actually be here, and then the frosted area would be like up in here. I kind of wanted to extend the grasslands up into this. I'm trying to think of how it really would work, because you got winds coming in from the north, but the mountains play a big factor in channeling it. I'm fine with that for now. We might make final touches on it later on. None of this stuff is finalized. Even my very first zone, it's not finalized. I'm just trying to add color and, it looks beautiful. It's starting to look very beautiful, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and add in this layer here. This is where it's like the snow's starting to melt a bit, and really blend it in. And then use the trees to hide the blending, so it actually looks better. If to remove those trees, it would look terrible. But, the tree line would still continue. And we'll probably give this melted snow just a little touch more. Hem it up in there. There we go. And then we should do a small area. There we go. Oh. It reset the size of that one for some reason. Alright. 10 pixels. And that blends in beautifully, so there's nothing you have to even do. Look at that. You can't even tell. You can't even tell it. I mean, you can see that there's a difference, but you can't tell where it started or not. Wow, we made 61 changes already? We're blazing through this then. It was worth it doing all that talking, huh? Alright, so over here, we'll make the melty snow area a bit larger. All right, that's plenty. And then there's still plenty of room for that beautiful grassland. Was it this type of grass? No, which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah. It was this one. No, we already did that one. Alright. Is it just this? But knocked down to 10? No, it's not, but it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible having it there. It looks fun. It looks good, actually. I just lowered the pixel size of their resolution of their the color, and so it makes everything look smaller, but so small that it actually looks like, you know, change, like different. You can see the changes better. So yeah, we'll have this type of grass here coming into the grassland a bit. Or should we have the savanna? I think I'm going to separate the grassland and the savanna much more. Just because they're different zones. You know, grasslands, the soil's a bit richer. They get a bit more rain. The savannas are a bit hotter and drier. The only difference of the grassland and is it doesn't get enough rain to sustain a lot of tree growth. So, yeah, that's... Alright, so we're going to need a dry grass then. Let's see what this one looks like. It hasn't disappointed so far. This art style, mixing it, hasn't disappointed so far. Oh, yeah, I already start. Okay, so I already started doing. Okay. Alright, so I've just basically picked up my train of thought from the last time. Alright, because I already started doing the grass. That color. Have it bleed around the mountain, maybe? Yeah. That means this tree line's going to have to be pretty thick, though, in order to block all that water coming in order to justify the dry grass. Lots of considerations in the world building, you know? Although I'm pretty sure I might take considerations other people might not. Just because I'm neurotic. But the end result's always good, I promise. Maybe not good for me, though. Good for other people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We're taking the sequoias out of the savanna. Like I said, they were just there as placeholders to remind me that I love sequoias and that I'm going to add some. Just a matter of where. Shrink them down a bit because they're already mammoth. They're fucking just monumental. Giant Macedonic. That was our weather line. We already got rid of our equator line. It was like right around here somewhere. Take some of those features off and re-add them when I go down into the nitty-gritty. Let's see, is this bog, is this big enough, the swamp for a map? Oh yeah. Yep, I don't even have to go to 1,000. Right there, that's a good map. Good quality map. That's just another name for the ring we were creating. Or no, that's the taiga. Hopefully I'm not. I don't know. Sometimes I mix up my terms because I know so many of them. Alright, so let's continue with our trees here. Give me the snow tree. Yeah. A little bit too small. Alright, that's good. And give me the other snow tree. Too big. We'll just put it right there for now. So we can reshape it. Alright, so where the snow is really melty, so that's where we'll mix those in at. And then up in there is where we'll put more of those. And are these were these hills or mountains? Those are mountains. All right, I think I meant for those to be hills, but give me my snow hills. There we go. There we go. Just a little section of hills. You know, in case players decide to go found a city over there or something, you know? Because there's resources all throughout the map. And my players are given a lot of free range if they roleplay it out, you know? If a place isn't owned, they just squat there and decide to build. That's what happens. If it is owned, and they form some type of treaty or get some type of allowance for the land, you know, the rights, it happens. Alright, we finished eating and everything. We're back at it again. Get the music started up again. We're good to go. Alright, so this world, we're going to try to make this world similar to ours. Okay, so that means that there is going to be there's going to be grassland over here too. Alright. And since there's going to be grassland over here, I'm thinking... Well, I don't know. I just really like that sea. We're going to get rid of this high ground in the mountains here eventually. But yeah, I like that sea, so you know, we're not... I was thinking about removing some of this. I could probably remove a little bit of it. Yeah, I can remove a little bit of it. It'll look fine. My daughter fell asleep behind me. Poor baby. She loves being up when daddy's up. Okay, so let's eat into this a bit. that's about all we can really eat into it while keeping the integrity of this river. I may get rid of this waterway here. Yeah, I think I will. Because we're going to keep a desert over here. I'm just not exactly sure where. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in the same place it is now. Alright, so right here where it splits. Get rid of this water here. And then I was thinking, there usually isn't two main waterways that go into a sea, I don't believe. So we are going to cap that up. Huh, what do you know? It's like I made the Great Lakes. It wasn't intentional. Wow. That's something else, though. It wasn't intentional. Because they're pretty close together. But, you know, I was thinking about it. And there's a lot of rivers, but I don't have very many seas. Alright, so... we could have this one draining into that one. Let's get rid of this. And I like to use those, but I don't know. They just don't look terribly great on the map, in my opinion. Oh, my camera fell. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's take this. And... so we're going from a high to low. river or any water, water takes the path of least resistance. And so, really, when you're making your rivers and your lakes, you're kind of declaring the elevation of your surrounding territory. That's why when I started making the waterways from up here, I was saying how this area elevation's higher, and then see how it's coming down the mountain to the lower elevation. But it's still all flowing this way because this elevation's lower. Since it's lower, the water settles here more, and that's what creates these great big seas. Actually, there we go. Make it a 4. Make that a 3, so that trade ships can come up in here, and so this property here pretty much controls the fate of what's going on around in here. So holding this area is gonna be very strategic. Like, you could pretty much, with that kind of power, if you wanted to be a militant, you could, start to potentially dominate inland by taking over after you take over the trade and crush. But people over here, trying to fight people over here is going to be quite difficult with this frozen tundra in the area. It's really a frozen desert. The frozen tundra is going to be down here, but alright, so let's get this good grass here and create the grassland. Stopping to eat dinner kind of threw me off a bit. I apologize, but it's dinner time. I was a hungry boy. So I'm just playing it, charting it out in my head, much of this is grassland. We'll do up to here for right now. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to move that desert. I'm thinking about moving it close up in here to get it away from the other pole, you know, get it away from the South Pole. But yeah, we have to move the desert. Where the heck are we gonna move it? We'd have to undo. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the music. Kind of make a little pool there. Well, no, we don't want to start a distributary so close to the ocean, do we? Let's look here. See what I just said. Sorry, I'm being a little bit quiet because my daughter's sleeping behind me. A distributary. A branch of a river that does not return to the main stream after leaving it. Yeah, it flows away from the mainstream channel. Yeah, it's a phenomenon known as river bifurcation. The opposite of a distributary is a tributary, which flows towards and joins another stream. Yeah, see, so this is rivers flowing away from. So that's why when people tell you that rivers don't fork, it's a lie. They might not know what a distributary is. And I knew of them, but I really only found out what the term was actually called about 3 years ago. So that's quite a bit of grassland there. And then the savanna. Do more grassland up here, really. And like it is, it kind of is, isn't it? I just don't have it labeled grassland. It's a different colored grass. But it pretty much is. I'm just got to think about how I want to put this desert. Because if we put it too close to the ocean, I mean, why would a desert have a huge, you know, well, let's see here. Which category? Crap. Is it under research? No. Is that, oh, is it under social? Crap. Search? Yeah, oh yeah, search. Oh crap. Come on. Taking a journey with me, baby. All right. This is awesome, huh? My computer runs this like a beast because of how much RAM I have. What kind? Make comments while I'm showing you, while I'm looking at the map here. So, traditionally, the dry side of a mountain range isn't the side closest to the water, and this being the dry side closest to the ocean is rather rare. But no, we're looking at different bodies of water. And the environments. So much green, so much. Well, that's interesting. What's going on here? Look at that. Beautiful. Wow, look at the color differences. Is that water just really clear and you can see stuff under it, or what? I don't know if that's just like pareidolia or what, because it looks like it's an image of the wall underneath this. But either way, look, the water mixing right there. So this, what is this right here? I need to know what this body of water right here is. Yeah, it's not whatever that is. The Nequeen River. That's damn close. That is damn close to the rest of to the other water. Right. Does it just freaking end? What's going on here? They got their fields right in the middle of the freaking the river, and then it dries it up. Is that what's going on here? Sorry, this is very interesting. You know, not what I was looking for when I first got on here, but I just happened to pick a random spot, and it was interesting. All right, so what we're looking at, what we're looking for, is I want to look at some major deserts. You know, the one, you know, we're looking at U.S., we're looking at Africa, and you know, this really is all desert biome. We're looking at bodies of water specifically on how they interact through desert. And this right here. We got the Suez. Is the ship still trapped in here, in the view? Whoa. Whoa. Where did the Suez go? All right. And I do love canals too, so I have a canal going through the desert. Wasn't exactly sure what was going on there. Yeah, got the bad boy. Just look at all the progress right close to it. But so much of the desert is barren, so we can have a river going through the desert. That's what I was wanting to check, is how much of on each side of the river in a desert would be habitable, you know, based off of that river. But the Nile is a beast, like I said. So if it wasn't such a beast, then it probably wouldn't be so as big of an area. Now, what's going on here? What body of water is causing this to happen here? Coron Lake, Fayum Oasis. Whoa, what is this? Why does it look all crazy? What the hell is that? Have a monastery in the desert. I want to know why is there's like ice crystals here? Like, it's some kind of government thing. I straight found something. Wasn't really even looking for, but I'm pretty sure it's some kind of government thing. Alright, so that lake is powering an awful lot of development. Look at all those fields, man. Super colorful. Alright. So the desert has pockets of places that have civilization cramped in. This way they can have, they could help combat the desert in as tight of a space as possible in order to be successful with it. What's going on with this part of the Nile here? Why isn't there nothing here? There should be growth up in here, unless it's all rocky. And you could tell these are the floodplains. Whenever this river floods, and that's why they're so green. You can tell how it conforms with the shape of how the water would flood. Oh, I love that splintering. That is tree roots if I've ever seen them. That's how rivers look. Just like tree roots. Alright, so we got enough inspiration for changes we're going to do to the desert there, I believe. Oh, crap. Oh, we're not used to spinning this thing very good yet. Pardon me. Alright, let's look at the Nevada, Arizona, Utah area. Specifically the Arizona area. Not only is it deserty, but it's very mountainy. Pockmarked. What the hell is this? A Baptist church? What the okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. If you say that's a Baptist church, then sure. Okay, then. Look, there's some more of these right here. Look, there's more. Whoa. Black Point. Oh, that's some. I seen it said Shantytown somewhere. Where'd I go? Right there. Oh, they go there on spring. Alright. That's enough of that. Let's get back to it. Sorry, I took you on a little trip with me, didn't I? But this is how I do it, man. This is my process. This is exactly what I do, even when I'm not on the camera. Dwarves over. Should I put them over there or over here? Over there. Over there is fine. Let's go look at the grassland. Yeah, I guess I gotta start doing this now. Just because the mountains are actually not. I need to make them thicker than they actually are. Yeah, in order to be realistic, I suppose. Because it's not just a string of mountains. You know, it's a chain. You know, several mountains thick. Which, you know, either way, that looks sweet. That looks pretty sweet there. The desert kind of ends at the mountains. The dwarves. This could be even Stonegate. My current campaign, Stonegate, is the dwarven mountain where the Valley of Mordavia is cut off from Miller's Crossing, and Stonegate, the dwarves occupy it, and they control the traffic in and out of the valley, basically, as you know, the unofficial protectors. so go ahead and put a little narrow bit of grass there. No, the ground's too hard there. That's fine, that's good. Because I'm not trying to build the desert up into, you know, Nevada. We got the dam, and well, it's looking good. I'm not exactly sure how much of this I want to make desert though. The whole thing? This sea here would ensure that there was a wealth of growth in here in civilization. And it would probably be able to handle quite a bit too. That's pretty good. That's I don't feel like that's too generous, but it's yeah, I'm content with it. All right, so let's do the other side now. Have primary pockets where they focus more on revitalizing the area. So you might have small bands, but you get the primary area. And then I'm not even sure what we're doing down here yet. That might be too, I don't know, might be too far out. I think due to elevation and proximity, we're going to have to make this one the dry. So let's fill this in. Now, my only question is, should we should take it inwards and not out, huh? Make it. Should we close this in? Make it a ball, like a bowl. I don't know why it seems like it hasn't really given me too many variations of mountains, huh? It still looks like mountains instead of just rocky terrain. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just say lore reasons. The Titans were fighting, and when the Titan's foot landed down, it when it smashed down, the earth rose up and created these mountains. It'll create an island or something over here for who he was fighting. It broke, like the fight was so intense, it broke off a piece of the land. It's pretty sweet. We will put a few in the water. So it's a little bit treacherous. I don't know. That is quite a bit of water. So this land mass did start. It shaped out pretty decently, huh? We'll be able to put islands throughout. Another continent. Just right in there. Oh my god. We're at 215 changes so far. It's pretty decent. We're a little bit behind our pace yesterday, I think. But that's just because we watched some more informational stuff and we're like planning. So would the desert go inwards more this way or this way? I think it probably would go this way. Shit. So if I moved the mountains, I was able to keep my desert that I had the way I had it the whole time. Or why did I want to move it? It was because of all the water, I think, near it. So it wouldn't make sense too much. For the grassland to go into the driest desert, we could put the bog and stuff maybe in here. Fill that out with the rest with grassland. Move this like right here. Oh, I thought of something sweet. The checkpoint that they pass through, the Dwarven Stone Gate, ship sail into it before they move on to check the passengers and the gear and stuff. The protectors of the land. Forever vigilant and on call. Sorry, I just got home from work and, trying to piece these videos together, because I don't do it. I do it. I mean, I do it all one take, but I pause the video and go about doing my other stuff that I need to do. Because I don't usually have 2.5 hours to just sit here and do this. Wish I did, but so it's multiple. But because of work, I'm exhausted. I'm good to go, man. They could use it like a 5-day vacation. As it's traveling in lower in elevation, the river is down, like it's like the Colorado. It's down below the range. And is there plateaus in here? That would be sweet. I don't think there is. They don't like to deal with elevation stuff. It upsets me. The Rocky Plateau. Well, what about some karsts? Do we have some karsts? Where's the different colors that you have? They used to have a whole bunch of different colors. Put a few karsts up here on the screen. They're just placeholders. I'm not going to keep them there. Oh, karst platform. I must be real tired. I thought I said karst plateau. It's not showing me what I'm looking for, but let's see if we can find it. Let's get rid of custom stuff. Is that a football? I did see a football. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Put those out on the screen. a boulder out on the screen. What else? Here. Oh, mesas. Is that what I was looking for? Is that how I did it before? I took a mesa. Did I stretch it? Is that how I did it? No, that looks terrible. I think I'll just have it be like right there. What else we want to throw out of our toy box, huh? Mesa arches, yeah. Well, those might be for the regional map. Whew, sorry about that. I'm really tired. This is all regional map stuff. All the goodies. Once I lay down where cities are going to be and name them, I'll put these down for representations. Usually it has something to do with the size of the settlement. Sometime I might make a map with these intentionally less detailed ones. I don't know. I think I could make it fun. It would be huge, though. Yeah, let's make that a little bigger. Do a temple out here somewhere. I already got the backstory in my head. We're good to go. Yanti. Alright, well, I think that's good, right? Palm trees down there. Do we have, are these the jungle trees? Yeah. What type of trees were these? It's supposed to tell me when I mouse over it. What the heck? Jungle trees. Hmm. All right. So we're gonna work on the desert, the bog fen, and probably try to fill out some of the swamp. And we're starting to come to not an end, but we're starting to come towards the other side of this map. So let's fill out some of this here, these trees. Okay, we used I guess we should have used the other trees for our example earlier, but it's okay. And like I said before, in the world map mode, it's not meant for you to put each individual tree, but just enough to give. Okay, we get the idea. It's heavily wooded, or okay, they're further spaced apart, so must be less dense. Yeah, this might be a wetland into a grassland or something. We might change up here to a wetland. And then this portion here could be grassland. Something like that. See, not everything's set in stone. For our wonderful world it's turning out to be, huh? I'm very, very happy with it. Let's put a little. little character to it, to the land. Are they frozen? I don't think they're frozen. I would say they're lightly frozen. You know, at the coldest, they're lightly frozen. They're not solid like that. Like that, you can have a fight on it, you know, with a huge enemy and not fall through. But you know, certain snow melt and it's filling in the lower little area there, so it's making these quarries. Might as well, you know, finish this up a bit. Alright, that seems to be okay for right there. Maybe fill in some trees over here. Yeah, that seems okay. And this would be grassland and not wetlands because of how high up it is. The 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 melt would kind of flow this way, and it would flow into this large body of water here, and channel down eventually. So it's fine for that to be grasslands. If anything, this should be the wetlands right here. I just gotta figure out which kind of wetlands I want it to be. And that it would make sense that it would be wetlands too, because of the swamp over here. And before we forget, let's go ahead and pick our ice color real quick. Even if we reshape the land a bit differently, I'd like to pick the ice. The very dark blue, it's frozen ocean. Let's increase this. And I don't know if this is gonna go this far. Yeah, this bay here. I don't know if it's gonna go that far in. So there's no way boats can get through here. That's a defensive advantage for people over here, honestly. Because when you have so many enemies and so many waterways that are navigable, you want to be able to control those waters, because that's a huge leg up. There we go. That's not melt. That's not solid ice. And then what it I love this color. What color was that? Just it's really a giant frozen body of water with a seam of partially unfrozen water going through it. I might reduce the size a bit. Was it blue or was it under gray? Maybe it was like blue-gray. I'm sure we'll find it. Was it political blue? Looks to be. So we might end up switching these poles around like they're supposed to be. For right now, we're gonna go ahead as a placeholder, so we know we really should switch the poles around. So the one up top is mostly water, frozen water, a very little land. The one at the bottom is mostly land that's frozen with very little water. Because the South Pole actually is colder than the North Pole. And that's because water is slower to heat and cool. And the land, well, once it's cool, it takes longer to heat up. And it never will. Because how the sun doesn't shine for months at a time. Because of the rotation of the globe. The sun never hits the horizon. I mean, that definitely looks artificial, but like I said, I haven't done nothing yet with it. It's just a placeholder for right now. We're gonna have to do a little bit of surgery on the lake here. I might widen this one up a touch. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it connect out to this one. But yeah, so we're gonna work on the desert, the bog, fix up some of the water stuff, and possibly switch the poles for the next session. We're getting closer to making the regional maps, though. Alright, I'm starting to, like, my eyes are just getting too heavy. I gotta get out of here. It's been 2 hours. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you next time.